Hi, boys and girls, and this is poetry writing for Unit 14, Lesson 6, and we are going to do some pre-writing for I am poems today. Okay, what is an I am poem? Well, an I am poem uses adjectives, verbs, and adverbs to imagine being someone or something else. All right. Now, adjectives, as you know, are describing words. They tell what the noun is like. All right. And as an example, there is a picture of a desert and it's hot, dry, and sandy. Now, there's a picture of a dog. Okay. And the action verb or the action word, which is a verb for him, is ran. Adverbs will talk about how he ran. Okay, they describe the way the action took place. Joyously and quickly describe how the dog ran. Okay, if you notice, both of those adverbs also have letters ly after the word. Okay, so he ran quickly, he ran joyously. So we will talk more about those in our next section of the next time I give you more of a lesson on the I am poem, but you'll also be using adverbs. Here is an I am poem, okay, and I'm going to read it to you and then I'll talk to you about the different parts of it. I am an alligator, dark and scary. I swim in the swamp. I nap in the sun. I can eat you up. I am an alligator. Now, as you can see, there are some words in red and others in purple. The red words are verbs, okay? And the two purple words are adjectives, and they describe, that's right, the alligator. Now, I'm also going to point out some things to you about the sentences. All right, after this sentence here, you see a comma. Everywhere else, you're going to see a period. And we'll talk more on this slide about the parts. Now, line number 1, I am an alligator, tells what the author imagines being, okay? And there's the comma. Then the second line, dark and scary, which were the purple words in the other page, uses adjectives to describe what the author imagines being. So the first and second line is one sentence. The first line has a comma, and the last line finishes that sentence and then puts the period. Lines 3 and 4 tells actions, and it will relate to how the alligator is. I swim in the swamp. I nap in the sun. And number 5 is a can-do sentence and describes something that the alligator can do. And line number 6 simply repeats the first line, but puts a period at the end of that. Okay, so that's the way an I am poem is put together. Now, here are some topics that you can choose one of your own or pick one of your own. And I have them broken up into a person, animal, or thing. The person column, you can be a superhero, race car driver, veterinarian, cake baker, or a teacher. An animal, you could be a polar bear, tiger, ostrich, salamander, or flea. And for a thing, you could be a pencil, soccer ball, train, the sun, or music. If any of these appeal to you, pick one of those. If not, if you have a better idea, please feel free to use it. Now, this is our I am poem idea web, all right? And at the top, as you can see, it says topic. Now, the topic is going to be one of those things we just mentioned in the chart. Salamander, race car driver, anything like that. So that is going to be what you would print on the topic line. Then in the first box, it says how it looks or acts. Okay, so those are your adjectives. Okay, how it looks or acts. Does it act sneaky? Does it act afraid? Does it look scary? big, huge, enormous, anything how it would describe its looks. Okay, those are your adjectives. What it does or can do are your verbs. Run, gallop, scribble, anything that might describe an action, a verb of the thing, the topic that you're going to write about. Now, in the bottom box, as you can see, there's 12 adverbs. Softly, lazily, happily, sleepily, noisily, joyfully, sadly, calmly, angrily, sloppily, quickly, neatly. You notice all ly. They are going to be words that we could use to describe how our verb happens. Now, when it comes time to using the adverbs, you don't always have to just use those. We'll talk about that later. But for today's assignment, the only thing you have to do is complete the idea boxes, the topic, the adjectives, and the verbs. Okay? That's all you have to do. So you have 2 days for that. Okay? And save it because you're going to need it for the next lesson. All right? So hold on to this idea web. It's a little different looking than webs we've used in the past, but now you're a poet, so this will be great. Okay? So again, topic is what you're going to write about. The first box are your adjectives. The second box are your verbs. And that's what you have to do today. And if you're not sure, you can always go back and listen to this video again or the part that you need. Okay, you have 2 days to do this. And if you want, you can show it to me before we do the poem. And that way, if you think you need some help with something, your parents can always let me know, or you can just ask for an idea. Okay? Parents have great ideas. All right. So you are a wonderful writer, author, and poet, and you can do this. Remember, idea webs. Just brainstorm things you think of, just write them down in those boxes. Okay? Keep it up. Keep up the great work. I love your poetry, and I can hardly wait to move on to see how we make our great I am poems. Bye, guys.